What is up, you guys? This is TheRiverSaint, and I'm here casting another game with my buddy Talon. He is the Diamond 5 Tryndamere on the on the red team. Anyway, we have an Azir, Hecarim, Guardian of the Sands, Kha'Zix, I love that skin, Graves, and a Blitzcrank versus a Tristana, Battlecast, Vel'Koz, Tryndamere, Warden, Condoms, Javan, and a Morgana. So, looking like it's going to be an Azir mid, Hecarim. Well, people are weird. This might be a Hecarim mid, but I would assume he's top with Kha'Zix in the jungle. So the Graves matchup versus Tristana, Graves will definitely win that early game with that huge damage that he will be bringing, while Tristana will take a while to get stacked up. But late game, with late game gets around, Tristana will be able to put the entire game on her back and carry them. Tryndamere also on the team, late game hyper carry, who will be able to murder people along with the Tristana, while Tristana is sitting far back and Tryndamere decides just to wipe him out from the start. So we'll see if there's any interesting item builds to start with. We'll get some arranging done over here. It's a Jarvan in the jungle versus a Kha'Zix in the jungle, and a Hecarim on top with a Vel'Koz mid. Is that a Vel'Koz mid? Yes, it is. Alright, all nice and sorted now. We getting some ping on this game? What's going on here? I don't know, it's just they're being weird, I guess. So we're going to have a pretty standard start. Doesn't look like there'll be any invades. Tristana coming over to help leash. Looks like Jarvan will start Gromp or blue buff. Hecarim coming up, but he's going to be spotted by the ward, while he then fails his own ward over the wall. He probably feels like a fool now. Tryndamere up here all by his lonesome.
Alright, we got 30 seconds until minions spawn.
Hecarim looked like they might have tried an invade, but since he got spotted by the ward from Vel'Koz, he is not gonna end up doing anything. Down here, Blitzcrank and Graves can do a lot of pressure because at level 6, Blitzcrank and can pull someone in while Graves just bursts them with his buckshot and then his collateral damage. Looks like they sort of thought about scrapping there, but they got the better of themselves and backed off. Morgana throwing out another binding, but missing it. See your Tryndamere in here and Hecarim scrapping up here. Yes, they are. Hecarim taken pretty low. Hecarim taking Talon pretty low. He probably took a tower shot or something, but that's actually really bad for him. He's going to have to go back to base because he ran Ignite, not Teleport. Not a good start for Tryndamere. And not very much. Well, he does have his Q sustain, which will help him out. And Hecarim did start with 3 potions and a mana potion, though, so he's not going to be having any problems with this Tryndamere for a while, I don't think. And he's going to try and stop him from building up any Fury at all. And he's currently zoning him out, going to make Talon miss the first few CS. And down in the bot lane, minor harass, nothing too big. Morgana getting some auto attacks off, but missing the binding. The auto attack's just not doing much damage, but they're starting to get him down. But the Relic Shield is going to heal Blitzcrank a bit, so I don't think they're going to have much problems with Tristana either, just because of the absolute minimal damage that Tristana does early game. Up here, Hecarim and Tryndamere getting into a little bit of a scrap again. And Azir, being this super incredibly annoying mid laner that he is going to really poke down Vel'Koz even under turret, especially because of how immobile Vel'Koz is. I think if he manages to get a flash from him, Kha'Zix is just going to come and have a field day with Vel'Koz. As the Lord and Savior, I'm a cutie pie, said yesterday, Vel'Koz is just like a walking money sack when he doesn't have a flash. Down in the bot lane, looks like Blitz took some damage, probably from Morgana, but also returning the damage as well. Up in the top lane, we got another scrap going on. Tryndamere getting a little bit low, but he's got a full bar of Fury that he can heal off of, but I think he wants to keep it for the extra damage he's going to get. Oh, he's going to miss the Siege Minion, though. What a baddie. Hecarim taking a turret shot that he really shouldn't be taking. I think he was golden. I think he shouldn't have been scrapping, just trying to zone, but he's going to make Tryndamere miss quite a few CS under the turret. Graves and Blitz are actually pushed underneath their turret pretty hard here by the Tristana, which is kind of surprising, although Trist does cause a lot of pushing just from her E, the passive on her E. I don't think they're going to have much issue in the lane, though. Let's see, Graves is actually down 6 CS, actually down about 4 CS because of the Relic Shield executions. Up in the top lane, J4 coming in for the gank for Tryndamere, and Tryndamere looks like he's trying to bait it. No Trinket Ward. The Q coming down. He doesn't pop the Ghost, but he is going to get smite. He is going to go down very quickly. Does pop Ghost, but he's going to die. First blood going to J4, an assist for Talon, so that's very good for their lane. Although Tristana taking a lot of damage from the buckshot and from everything else from them. Kha'Zix coming in, get the exhaust down, pops the flash, the heal goes down as well. Will they manage to finish them off? Yes, they will, but will they be able to convert it into a double? Morgana going low. What are you doing, auto camera? And Morgana goes down as well. I'm starting to get a little better at the camera, but auto direct camera just sort of fucks me over sometimes. And Vel'Koz getting ganked in the mid lane. Azir coming in, or Azir getting ganked in the mid lane. Gonna have to back off now. And up in the top lane, they're going to scrap again, but Hecarim goes super low. Not sure what did it. Probably just a few crits from Talon, but he's going to pop in the flash. He's going to need to go back to base. I don't think he is a very greedy player, but I don't think he's going to stay around that long. He is down CS a little by about 8 from Hecarim, which is not surprising considering the start he got. Graves and Tristana are even in the bot lane, but Graves now has a kill, which is very bad for their bottom lane. They're going to have to hope they can just hold off until Tristana can start getting that late game hyper scaling. Nothing too big happening going on. Tryndamere just running back to lane. Azir farming up the mid lane and Tristana farming up bot. Azir clearing out the wards. I think that was a trinket ward that Vel'Koz put down. Ults are going to start coming up soon. I think Vel'Koz might be able to get a kill on Azir if he manages to aim his laser, his face laser correctly. But Jarvan's coming in for the gank. Azir's cheating awfully far to the side because he does have it warded, but he is going to get lasered by J4, go straight over the wall from his soldiers, and then try and get a little bit more poke back on the Vel'Koz. While up in the top lane, they are scrapping again. This is just a heavy lane. Tryndamere's starting to do a lot of damage just with those high Fury auto attack, and he does manage to get the siege minion, which is what I'm sure we were all interested in. And if Hecarim gets too low, Tryndamere's going to actually hit level 6 and be able to kill him. Let's see where he's at. He's actually going to hit level 6, yep, right there, and he's going to be able to dive him if he's not careful. If he gets a few lucky crits, or even 2 lucky crits, really, he's going to manage to go under there, and that'll be a dead Hecarim. You do not want that Tryndamere scaling, because he hurts, but he's going to throw down the ward for a little bit of safety. He might be going back to base. I think he will be. Well, Azir is going to be that annoying little rascal that he is and poke out Vel'Koz. Down in the bottom lane, though, we have some fighting going on. Blitz just missing that hook. Looking a little weird the way he's going. And Hecarim going back to base, knowing he should be a little bit afraid of that Tryndamere. They know J4 is hovering around Dragon. I don't think he's going to be trying to get it. He's just going to get this blue buff, and it's looking like he's not going to hand it over to Vel'Koz. Although he might. You'll see how nice of a jungler he is. He might be a very... Nah, it looks like nothing goes to Vel'Koz. Vel'Koz is not far enough ahead for him to give him that buff. Tryndamere, or Hecarim rushing the Ninja Tabby, which isn't a bad purchase versus Tryndamere, but... I'm sure he probably wanted something with more movement speed, but he is gonna. It looks like he's gonna probably build a Phage first because he built the Ruby Crystal already. And he probably wants to build a Triforce pretty early. Down here we have. Looks like they want to kind of set up for Dragon Control, or at least a really deep gank. But Blitz whiffing the hook and then getting a lot of damage from the Morgana Q and the Tristana auto attacks while in the top lane. Hecarim and Tryndamere scrapping it out again, but Tryndamere still has ult. It's going to be very difficult to kill him, but Hecarim's starting to get the better of him, doing a lot of damage, but he's going to sustain a bit with his Undying Rage. Or not with his Undying Rage, with his... What's Tryndamere's Q called again? Battle Fury. No, Bloodlust. There we go. Down in the bot lane, Blitz has been a magnet for these Qs while not hitting any himself, but Morgana is just completely out of mana now. She's not going to be able to do anything if they start to scrap. Jarvan's going up top. We'll see if he can manage to pull anything off. Talon taken decently low, but he does get spotted. Hecarim going to pop that up, but he's going to get knocked up. The smite comes down to slow him even more. The Ghost's not doing anything, but he is going to ult out of the J4 Cataclysm. Great job by him to get away, but it did cost a lot in terms of mana, or in terms of summoner spells. Kha'Zix's looking like he wants to give his blue over to Azir, so he's a much nicer jungler, but will it pay off for him? Azir is actually ahead by about 6 farms, so we can hope for him that it does. A little bit more damage going on Blitz, but he finally hits that hook onto Morgana, who just has nothing she can do. Does have to pop the flash, but Vel'Koz is here doing absolutely huge damage to Blitzcrank. Will he manage to get him off? Yes, they will, but Vel'Koz is going to pick up the kill, while Graves is just going to run for the hills. Good gank by Vel'Koz coming in through the tri-brush, while Azir was out. That was while Azir was getting blue. And he is going to do a little bit of damage to this. And Kha'Zix came for the gank up top, but it looks like he was able to just spin away. Returning back to mid lane. Nothing too special going on here. It's a pretty even matchup here. Actually, no, it's not. Azir has about almost 20 farm over Vel'Koz, but well, about 15. But Vel'Koz did just pick up the kill. So this game is much closer than the other games I've been casting. This is actually the first game I've casted out of about 6 games that there have been no executions. So the jungle has really been hard on all these players. Now, something else we're going to start seeing is Tryndamere doesn't have a teleport while Hecarim does, but it does not matter right now because, the heal flash is going to get him away, but he's going to go straight back in and do a lot of damage to J4, actually, but I actually thought he was going to go down, but there was no Cataclysm from J4 available to kill him. He's just got another about 15 seconds or so. The Blitzcrank going in, Vel'Koz is just going to run over the wall. Will he manage to hit this hook? Very close, but no cigar. Close is only good, and hand grenades and horseshoes. I know I did the quote backwards, but that's okay. And up here, Tryndamere scrapping it out with Hecarim. He is being a big bully to this Hecarim, but Hecarim is ahead in farm by about 13. He does finish his Bilgewater Cutlass with J4 coming in behind him. They might go for the dive. I don't know. Hecarim does know they did spot out that J4. Blue team looking like they want to get some control over the dragon. They were just pinging it. It looks like Kha'Zix is going to move over towards, but I don't know if the bot lane of red team will allow for it. I don't think they're strong enough to finish it quickly, and J4 gets spot out. Will he go in? Yes, he will, but I don't think they're going to want to go for the dive. They do smite him, but then they do get the Cataclysm back out of turret range, but J4 is taking a lot of damage, and Talon is actually stuck in the Cataclysm, but it's not going to matter. He's going to pick up the kill with the Bilgewater Cutlass. While down in the bot lane, Kha'Zix did pull off the gank, and they do kill Morgana, but I don't think Kha'Zix actually contributed to that kill. It was mostly just a Graves burst along with the Blitzcrank, but they are going to set up for this dragon, but Vel'Koz is here, and he does have his laser, so he might be able to really put the hurt down on these guys and make them think twice about trying to do this. Getting some poke down. He does not have a ward on him, so he doesn't actually realize how much damage he's doing, but he is getting a lot of poke down on the dragon. They do manage to get it, and the laser comes in, but it misses a lot, and it just doesn't manage to get the dragon while Kha'Zix jumps on top of him. He's actually getting very low on mana. The flash gets popped while it goes on Vel'Koz, and he does not have any more escape, so he's going to go down to Kha'Zix. A very bad series of events for the red team. Poor Talon. But he is going to do a lot of damage to this turret up top in return for the dragon, but too bad he could not finish it off. He's actually still behind 6 farm, while Vel'Koz is behind in farm, Tristana is behind in farm, but it's actually okay if blue team gets a little ahead in this early game, because if red team manages to pull off, just drag the game out loud enough, if they can keep the lead from getting too much, the Tristana and Tryndamere will be able to carry them hard late game with the J4 tankiness and the Vel'Koz damage. And Vel'Koz has decent CC with his knockups and slows. Morgana's going to have her bind as well. They're going to keep scrapping up here. Taking a little bit low by the Hecarim. He's taking a lot more harass than I think he's comfortable with. Hecarim actually picked up a crystalline flask now as well for just a lot of sustain. Hecarim taking Tryndamere very low. Tryndamere is not careful. He's going to die to this Hecarim, but he does have his ult, and he's going to go back to base, but he does not have teleport. And that is something that is pretty important. Some scrapping and dueling going on down here, but nothing too big. Vel'Koz walking right over a pink ward, but no, he sees it, and I think he wanted to roam bottom, but he's going to get distracted by this pink ward instead, and he will have ult by the time he gets down there. He's getting pinged to back off, puts down the pink ward, just going to ward this up for his team. Does spot out a ward by the blue team. Pings to get back down here. Tristana just wants her farm. That's what I figured would happen. Hecarim managed to take the Tryndamere tower just because he doesn't have teleport and he couldn't get back in time. But I think Tryndamere is going to push this as hard as he can and try and retaliate in kind. J4 looks like he gave the blue over to Vel'Koz. So he's being a little bit nicer now while Tristana tries to take this bot turret. A little bit of scrapping going on here with both sides taking a little bit of damage, but Azir definitely getting the worst. Oh, and then Kha'Zix jumping in, taking out the Vel'Koz and then getting the reset leap and getting a double kill. That is very bad for the red team. They do not want that Kha'Zix getting snowbally, and he is currently 3-0, but Tryndamere did manage to take the turret like I thought he would, and see if Hecarim can punish him at all for that, but I don't think he'll be able to, although he did finish the Phage and he's going for the Sheen now, but with the Tryndamere ult, I don't think Hecarim will want to fight that, especially now that Tryndamere's at full fury. He's going to back off, though. Azir is in the jungle along with Ka, while Ka steals away J4's red. He's actually getting pretty low from it. If anyone spots him out, if Tryndamere comes over here and spots him, he's going to have a bad time, but no, he's not going to know. He's going to back on out of there while Tryndamere and J4 go through their jungle, and they're going to go look at their red, but just missed it. Vel'Koz getting close, but they were... Oh, wow. It's a good thing he didn't delay it all. Down here in the bot lane, they managed to kill... Morgana kills Graves with the juke by Morgana. Blitzcrank taking out the Tristana. So the support battles are going in hard, which... both teams really needed their AD carries to get those kills up, but Vel'Koz is going to cheat down here and try and see if they can put a stop to Blitzcrank, but he has got his movement speed bonus, so he is going to fly on out of here with the swag that only Blitzcrank has, yo. Hecarim going in hard on this Vel'Koz, but he's going to get slowed, but then ulti, J4 coming in, but Kha'Zix jumping in as well. Vel'Koz is going down. J4 thinks twice about going in. It's a good thing, too. Tryndamere not having too much presence, just trying to push in that top turret with Azir coming up to see him. And depending on the damage he has, Azir, I don't think will be able to poke Tryndamere away unless Tryndamere is just not able to get close to him at all. Blue team coming up, though. They do not like to see this Tryndamere up here. Azir putting up a turret, though. I forgot he could do that. He's going to put huge amounts of damage onto Tryndamere, but he's just going to heal it all right back up. J4 going in on Kha'Zix down here in their jungle, with Hecarim tagging along as well. Got to have their battle buddy in the jungle, but Tryndamere is going to back right there, not quite going into his jungle anymore, but we'll see if Hecarim spots him. No, they will go back towards mid-turret. I think they want to go for this J4. They're going to go through, but he is standing right on a ward. Vel'Koz is here as well. He is going to flash and then ult for huge damage on both of them, bursting the Hecarim instantly and almost taking out the Hecarim, or the Kha'Zix down to 20 health. Rapidly regenerating, though, because he's popping a potion. Azir showed up as well. They're going to go on Vel'Koz, but I think he might have bit off a little more than he can chew. Gets the ult down. J4 has nothing he can do. Completely out of mana. Morgana coming in, missing the binding. Kha'Zix coming in to try and throw down his laser, or try and throw down his rockets, and he is going to lose his life for the kill on J4, or will he? Yes, he will. Kha'Zix jumps in, flashes instantly back out, but Graves is here now to start doing damage, and gets a double kill. Oh, Tryndamere hooked back in, but will he manage to get a kill or anything out of it? No, he will not. He will go down instantly, not even being able to pop his ult. But Tristana is going to take the turret down here in response. But I'm going to definitely see the advantage that was for blue team, who is currently doubling the red team's kills, 12-6. They're going to push in on this mid-turret because they have no one here who can defend it, and Graves is going to take it pretty quickly. He does have his Infinity Edge, but no real attack speed items, no boots yet, so he could take it a little bit faster, but he only has, he hasn't even built towards his boots. Neither has Tristana either, so he's trying to duel Hecarim, and oh, will Tristana get the better of Hecarim? That is not a good sign for the blue team if Tristana is able to out-duel the Hecarim, but Hecarim is actually 0-4. But he does have boots, so I figured he'd be able to kill him, but Tristana has 150 farm along with an Infinity Edge and an Avarice Blade, so I think she got the lucky crits there. Blue team is going to come down, try and get this dragon, but with Tristana here, who is just going to go back to base, did not go back into the brush, by the way. And blue team is actually not going to go out for this Dragon wall. J4, if they just leave him and let them go back, they could go for Dragon. They're both going to go back, and they are on the same mindset, but Blitz did not finish going back. They're going to go for this Dragon. There is a ward on it. Kha'Zix and Azir are coming in. Tryndamere is starting to run down, but I don't think he'll get here in time. Tryndamere running from mid. She'll be a while. Kha'Zix is here. They better be very careful and better hope they get the smite off. It's going to be very close, but a great binding from Morgana stops Kha'Zix from being able to run in. Great job from the Morgana to see that coming in, and they do manage to pick up the next Dragon, which is great for the red team, not so great for the blue team. Blitzcrank getting in a little bit far. I don't know if he should be coming in that close, taking a lot of damage, getting ulted by Vel'Koz, but Vel'Koz is turned around on Hecarim, ulting into the Morgana and trying to get the ult off. Tristana extra low, gets bursted by the Graves. Kha'Zix getting the reset, jumping on, managing to take him out as well, and a slaughterfest from the blue team. Tryndamere pushing top, but I don't think it's going to matter. They're going to get the blue buff as well. Azir coming up to try and stop him. Morgana actually getting the Q snipe onto Blitzcrank, retaliating the kill. While Tryndamere tries to get the split push. Oh, he gets ulted underneath the turret by Azir, but he's going to ignite, and this is just going to dance around him. Poor Tryndamere getting outplayed by the Azir. They're going to actually push on this turret, take the middle turret, and get the end hit by the looks of it, unless red team can pull out a miracle and a half and get some home guards in, but no one has home guards quite yet. They're going to keep going in, and they're going to take that. Morgana flashing and landing the Q, and oh wow, that Graves is going to go down, get exhausted as well. Stop all the burst damage coming through while Tristana tries to get a little bit of farm and try and get her team into the game. 1-3 on the Tristana. Azir pushing out top while Tristana is requesting assistance for some reason here. I think she just wants the farm. So Azir is here. He looks like he's going to try and get this blue buff, but he's pretty low. I don't think he'll have any issues, though. His soldiers do a lot of damage. While J4 picks up his red buff. Let's see some of the gold totals here and who's stacking up where. Hecarim's actually pretty far behind, only 6.5k gold, along with actually Tryndamere's even with him, but he is 0-4 and 3, so it just doesn't look quite as pretty as Tryndamere's 1-2 and 1. Vel'Koz taking out the Blitzcrank. Why was Blitzcrank here? That is a good question. Maybe he was warding or he got chased there, but we have a 5-0 Kha'Zix who looks like he's putting the team on his buggy back with Graves 6-2. They're going to have some real issues. They got to protect that Tristana, and Tristana is going to get collapsed on now by Hecarim behind. Graves is at the red. He's not coming in, but Kha'Zix is here. Tristana is going to ult her, but she is screwed. Flashing through. Great job by Tristana. If she manages to get away, I will give her a cookie, but I don't think she will, and she does get slain for Hecarim's first kill of the game. They're going to group together and try and take out this bot turret with Vel'Koz and Morgana coming down looking like they want to defend or at least go explore the jungle. No, I bet now they're definitely coming down here, but they're going to get intercepted by Hecarim. Will they be able to do anything about it? No, they're actually going to poke him a little bit. Poke him a lot of bit. The sprinklers coming out. Lots of damage going on the Hecarim. The ult coming through. Great Frostfang from Morgana. Vel'Koz almost killing the Graves, but Morgana will finish him off, and now... Oh, no, she will not, because he will E away, but Jarvan's coming through. He's going to ult and slay her. Kha'Zix getting very low, but then gets pulled by the Blitzcrank. These Blitzcrank really hates this Vel'Koz. And they're going to see if they can manage to finish off this Kha'Zix for the shutdown. Yes, he will. And now Blitz and J4 are going to duel, but I don't think that is a duel that J4 wants to take. But with Azir coming in, he's going to get knocked up, and they're going to slay J4. No, they will not. He's going to get away. Just kidding. No, he will not. So this game is a lot closer. We'll see if Red Team can manage to hold off just long enough to scale into the late game, but I think they're going to have some trouble with this Azir pressure and Blitzcrank pressure. They are already starting to do damage to these Nexus turrets, and with Red Team down for a little bit longer, they might be able to get some, but Tryndamere getting hooked in and then just goes instantly on to the Vel'Koz, but getting ulti back. He's going to manage to get away, still having his ult, but instant slay to the Tristana. Not good for Tristana, going from that 1-3 to 1-5 very quickly. Spell shielding the Q from... Azir going back in. I don't know if that was a great move. Yes, it was. He's absolutely wrecking that Vel'Koz's face, and I think Blue Team's starting to put a nail in the coffin for Red Team. I really needed to get a kill there, and Tristana wasn't able. Tristana got bursted and CC'd too quickly. Tryndamere coming up top to try and defend this turret from the Mad Horseman. Slowing him down. They're going to keep pushing him, but I don't think he's going to be able to get away. The Mocking Shout is going to slow him down a lot. Oh, he's going to ult over the wall back into the turret. Morgana's coming up, but I don't think she's fast enough to speed up to a wild rampaging horsey. Graves and Azir are going to, through the duo system, are going to push out bot lane. Kha'Zix getting a little bit of counter juggling in. Red team's just going to try wave clearing and keep on delaying because they're late game hyper scaling. They are only down 7k. Actually, they are down 7k, which is pretty bad for the 25-minute mark. But we'll see if they can manage to reclaim anything. They still only have top and bottom turret, while Red has lost all their mid turrets and 2 turrets bot and 1 turret top. Blitz taking a little bit of harass, but it doesn't really hurt that much anymore. Vel'Koz's not doing too much damage to him. Team's going to try and defend this turret, but J4 is going to go in. Will he ult? He's going to smite the other jungler. Kha'Zix is going to ult away and then get flashed. And they're going to start taking some damage, but he's going to Cataclysm onto the Graves, who's going to E away. And Hecarim teleporting down, but Graves is about to go down. Will Trin manage to finish him off? Yes, he will, but will he be able to finish him off as well? No, he will not. He didn't even get the ult off in time. That's the second time I've seen him not even ult before he dies. He might have been trying to save it for this next fight, but I don't think there will be a next fight because they're going to start pushing on this unless Jarvan and Morgana should be able to. They should be able to defend. Ulting in the flash ult, and they're going to take out the Hecarim, but will they manage to get anything else? If she can hit another binding, they might be able to, but they're going to do huge damage to the Morgana, and Jarvan is just going to back off, not winning any of that, and the red inhib does come back up, so that gives a little bit more breathing room to the red team. Tristana's still 1-5, and I think she might actually have AFK'd at her base. And if that happened, red team is pretty damn screwed. Yeah, Azir is going to be pushing on this turret. Definitely take a lot of damage from the Azir. And he's going to stay. And then now he's going to just get absolutely melted. But then the ult actually saved him. Trinity coming in and murdering that Azir. In cold, cold blood. Graves pushing on top turret, trying to get a little bit more global gold for the blue team. Not that they really needed it. Already up 8.5k, but they are going to get this turret and bring the gap a little bit higher while Trinity comes in, seeing if he can reclaim anything. No, he cannot, but he will get a nice little boost of farm. Tristana definitely AFK. Oh, no, she's not. Here she is, back in the game. Down about 20 farms. She definitely would have helped for her to be in those last fights. She might have been able to get a kill. Blue team picking up their second dragon of the game. They're also looking like they're going to want to come get this red buff while Tryndamere. Blitzcrank coming in. He does not spot the pink ward that's there. He does get... No, he will not get binded. But Kha'Zix is here. He's probably going to jump over the wall. No, they're going to instead go for the Morgana. Tryndamere is here, though. Spell shielding that, and then just getting instantly bursted. Talon trying to fight the Kha'Zix, popping the ult a little bit early. I don't think he's going to manage to get to him. And yes, he will. But he is going to instantly go down right afterwards. Hecarim going in on this Vel'Koz, who then gets hooked and then might get away, actually. That hook might have saved his life. Jarvan smiting over the wall, that Blitzcrank, which might have saved his life, but will he give up his own life in return? Yes, he will. And Vel'Koz is going to keep running. Oh, just barely misses the hook. He's going to manage to turn it. Blitzcrank actually really saved that Vel'Koz's life and gave him a kill, but Hecarim's here to return the favor. He is on a ward. He knows he's going to die. Vel'Koz very slow, but he's going to get the knock-up. He's going to keep running. Will Hecarim guess correctly which way he went? He will not have vision on, but he did guess correctly, and he is going to go down. No, he's not. He's going to pop his flash and get away with the binding coming through. That binding looks like it hit and then didn't register. That was kind of weird. He's going to keep going to try and get the Vel'Koz and just completely ignore the Morgana, but he's going to give up his life for him, getting way too greedy while she's going to get ulted onto the turret, and then Tryndamere is going to push it and save Morgana's life. Very bad play by the blue team, bridging the gap a little bit. We'll see if they're managed to pull back. Tryndamere starting to get a little bit of gold, up to 9.9k, finally pulling ahead of the Hecarim. Nice hair, man. Thank you. I like it. Thank you very much. That was Twitch chat, by the way. So red team is starting to pull back just a little bit, and they have not lost their inhib since it went down earlier, so we're going to see if they're going to manage to pull back. J4 walking right over top of a ward. I don't think he has a sweeper. Let's see if he does. Yes, he does, but he found this pink ward, or his pink ward spotted that one out. Tryndamere finally getting that mid turret, which will give them a little bit, but he's going to get exhausted, which is the worst thing that can happen to Tryndamere, so he's just going to instantly disengage, dodge the hook, and try and get away. Morgana down in the bot lane pushing. With Tristana going back to base, let's see, how's Tristana doing on farm? Tristana has 210 farms, so even though he is far behind, he got his static shift and his infinity edge and boots, so he's going to start doing a little bit of damage. The attack speed buffs are going to start coming in, along with the rapid strike, along with just the Tristana damage is going to really start hurting the other team. She also just picked up a BF sword. Oh, that spin, just managing to outspeed her. Morgana getting the bind up. Will they go in on it? No, they will not, but Kha'Zix decides to go in on this Morgana, who is by herself, so she's going to take extra isolation damage, but they're instead going to keep pushing. Tristana gets caught off by the Azir, but Azir manages to get taken down as well. Jarvan going in, ulting all through the team. Great Cataclysm by their team. But Vel'Koz going in, getting a lot of damage. The binding, great binding. Graves getting a double kill. It's still not dead, but getting exhausted. Kha'Zix getting low, but nothing else happening. Getting the ult off, and I don't think it's going to matter. Triple kill for Graves. Vel'Koz is the only one up. Will he manage to defend the inhibitor for some reason? I very much doubt it, but I think he will be able to defend the 2 Nexus turrets. Now they're going to rotate around and try and get the next inhib. No, they're not. Graves is just going to stand there weirdly in the base. Kha'Zix is going to go on this, but he's definitely not going to be able to take it away from this. He's going to take a lot of damage, and he is probably going to go down from Vel'Koz. Yes, he will. Oh, no, he will not. The isolation damage is too much, and then the static shift proc from Graves will take him out. Tristana going in and managing to get the cleanup. Will she be able to fight them both? Yes, she will be able to fight because Tryndamere came into her aid along with Jarvan, and they are going to take out Graves. Double kill for Tristana. Great for the red team. But although they did lose 2 inhibs, so we'll see how worth it really was. Azir pushing out top while the red team pushes down mid. They are pinging on Baron. They might want to actually try and go for this while Graves and Kha'Zix are down. Saying the on their way pings are coming up. They might get this Baron, and that will give a great breathing room to the red team because they will have those Baroned up minions to fight the super minions. Blitzcrank coming around. He's looking a little bit like he wants to try and fight this, but I don't think he's going to be able to do anything. Tristana and Tryndamere are really slaying this Baron quickly, but Blitzcrank is here by himself, completely getting caught up, but Hecarim is teleporting in, and then the Azir damage is coming in, the poke's coming in. Tryndamere trying to solo out this Baron, but I don't think he will get it. J4 coming in. He is ultra low, and red team managed to pick it up from the Undying range from Tryndamere, who then ults away. Tristana getting hooked in. You are too close to the wall there. And Morgana managing to take out the Hecarim. Vel'Koz fighting on this Azir, but it's not going to matter. Tristana coming in, or Blitzcrank coming in, and he's going to get there. Both going to get laser taken down. Blitzcrank is not going to be able to fight the double buff Vel'Koz. I don't know why he started running away. Tryndamere is actually still alive as well, but Kha'Zix is coming in. He is going to end up getting killed by him, transferring the double buffs back over. Or will he? Yes, he will. Oh, Graves actually gets it for the double buffs. This is very bad for the red team. They do have a J4 coming up in 10 seconds, and Tryndamere to help defend the base. I don't think they're actually going to be able to get anything from this. Maybe they can get something, but it will not be much. They are going to have the Baroned up minions here to try and defend with... Unless he gets down. If he gets hooked, he might be screwed. He actually does not have ult from when he stole Baron. He finished Baron. Vice... Banshee being built by J4. Smiting down that Kha'Zix. Tristana jumping in like a boss. J4 trying to fight from inside his Cataclysm against a Graves flash Q, but misses due to the Graves dash. So, this is actually pretty good for the red team. They're still just going to keep scaling. Blue team actually got nothing for that, although they did get a couple kills. Red team got a couple kills in return and got the Baron, which Baron doesn't give as much gold as it used to. So, but they will... Actually, they lost the buff on everyone, but 55k to 62k, so the gap isn't actually increasing between the two teams. They both are still at about a 7k difference, and we'll see if red team manages to keep it up. If they can keep holding off like this, Tristana is just going to keep getting bigger along with Tryndamere. I think the last Whisper needs to come out from Tryndamere, though. Well, actually, blue team is not building much armor, but they do have a Frozen Heart on Hecarim, which is going to really slow down the Tristana attack speed along with Tryndamere's attack speed. Now, blue team did just get a 3rd dragon. If they can hold out, if they do get 5 dragons, I don't think it's going to matter what red team's late game is like, because they're going to manage that. That huge bonus is even better than Baron bonus. Vel'Koz was saying, "Get out of my jungle, Hecarim, you dumb horse." So everything finally slowed down. Give my voice a rest for a second. They're going to go up towards top, though. I think they want to maybe take out this Azir. Azir does have ult, though, so he's going to be able to stop Tryndamere from getting close. But with Jarvan here, it's not going to matter, and he's going to get knocked up and just get slayed instantly. The Banshee's Veil stopping Azir from getting hurt. He does put up the turret, and blue team is starting to arrive here in force, but Tristana is here as well. They're going to... Oh, wow, Graves damage is getting massive. Graves is losing a lot of health very quickly from the Tryndamere, and Tryndamere does get a shutdown, and Vel'Koz manages to pick off the Azir with the laser. Will he manage to get anything else from it? I don't think he should chase. So, that was a 2 for 3 in blue team's favor. But Tryndamere got a huge shutdown, which is going to be a lot of gold. He just finished his Blade of the Rune King. Or not his Blade of the Rune King, but his Infinity Edge or Static Shift. Don't remember what you got first. Morgana ulting these two, but it's not going to do much. He does get hooked, and he's going to go down. Will he take out the Hecarim as well? No, it was very close. Vel'Koz very slowed from the Kha'Zix. Kazakh's jumping straight on top of him, not giving a single crap. Very close. Oh, and he does manage to kill him. They're diving a little bit too heavy. J4 here now as well. Going to stop him with the Cataclysm. Will he get away? No. Yes, he will. The Hex Drinker getting popped. And Kazakh's going to just barely get away. I said Maw Malmortius, not Hex Drinker, but same passive. Oh, he's going to get the Smite Soul, but he's going to jump again, and he is going to get away. So Vel'Koz here backing up, trying to heal up a little bit. So, Red Inhib's coming back up. So Red team is still managing to defend 67k to 60k, still a 7k difference. J4 walking over a ward, but Graves does know about it. Let's see if anything can happen. Tristana is right there. They should both just turn on it and fight, but Hecarim is coming in. Tristana is going to W in, but she's going to take a lot of damage, and now she's going to get feared, and she is going to go down. They would have had to go on a little bit sooner for that to work out. And Hecarim getting a double kill, getting a little bit more. He finishes his Triforce and his Ghost Blade, so he has a lot of attack speed. And this is very poor timing for them both to die because their inhibs just came back up, and I think they are probably going to lose them again. Unless Vel'Koz and Tryndamere have something to do about it. Azir coming in on this. Oh, wow. Absolutely getting destroyed by the Vel'Koz. Now the laser comes through, ulting both of them. A triple kill for Vel'Koz. Great for the red team. Let's see if they can manage to get anything in return, or at least keep farming. Morgana very low, going a little bit close to this Graves. I would be a little bit careful. He does not have collateral damage, but he does have his just massive upfront burst damage. I'm hoping for the comeback here, boys. Tryndamere coming around behind Graves, but will they manage to get him? Graves, I think, knows about it. No, he's just going to get the Gromp. Oh, they did just get vision onto, oh no, they don't actually know. They saw, he actually hit him, but I don't think he realized Tryndamere is right here coming through, but he is not going to be fast enough to catch up to Graves, so he's just going to farm this wave. So red team's starting to push back into it, 64k to 70k, so they've lowered the gap from 70k to 6k. 7k to 6k. Alright, this is very good for the red team so far, or very good for the team, and I actually feel like the momentum has shifted away from blue team absolutely stomping the red team for red team starting to feel like they have the comeback. I think their late game is going to start kicking in now. We're about 36 minutes in, so. Blue team pinging the inhib saying, hey, let's kill these, but I don't think it's going to matter. Talon actually getting slowed a lot by the Azir. Does he have a Rylai's? No, he does not, but he is going to get slowed by the auto attacks. They're going to keep fighting, but Velka, or Blitzcrank getting extra low, getting the ult popped on him, and he is going to go down from training weights to Tristana. The Mocking Shout coming in on two of them, but it's not going to matter. And they're just going to disengage, but they did lose one free kill for the red team, but the problem is, oh, he is going to go in, but then the ult comes out from Azir, stopping anyone else from entering. Hecarim over here getting fought by the Tryndamere. Tryndamere going to chase. Let's see if they can manage to kill him, though. Great flashbind for the Morgana. They're going to take out Hecarim. This is not good for the blue team. That is two of them killed. That is 2 for nothing. Red team's starting to really come back here. They are mounting their assault, coming in towards mid. J4 coming in. He still has his Cataclysm. Is he going to ult? Yes, he will. He's going to get Graves, but Graves is just going to E out, and Kha'Zix is going to try and get some isolation damage, but he is just too tanky. He's going to start taking a lot of damage, flashing out. Hooked under the tower, or not hooked under the turret, but binded under the turret, taking a lot of damage, almost taken out, but not quite. Yes, he will be taken out. Tryndamere going to ult and still get out because he is Tryndamere, and that is what Tryndamere does. Red team incredibly low, though. I would disengage now. They already got 3 for 0, and they are starting to get their comeback. Tristana starting to do a little bit of poke damage there. J4 really big for some reason. Does he have his... Oh, he does have an Elixir of Iron. Talon in full control of the Scuttle Crab. They are going to go for Baron, I think, but they do spot out. Oh, and Driver's going to go down. Awful for the red team. Now they are going to be able to get Baron. They will not have a smite up while blue team does, but they do have vision on it from the Scuttle Crab. And Hecarim is going to teleport in through here, so they are going to lose out on Baron. Very bad timing for J4 to die. I don't know how he actually got cut out. He had a ward on him. Oh no, Morgana is going to go down as well, and they do pick up the Baron. That is 2 for nothing, and blue team back in the driver's seat. Let's see if they can finish out the game. They're running right over top of this ward, but I don't think red team cares too much. Let's see if he can get off the kill. No, up. Very close, but not quite. Hecarim's going to come in, and now Vel'Koz is going to go down. I think this is actually going to end the game for blue team. Blue team's going to end it, or at least get both inhibitors again. Tryndamere looks like he's going to be raging back in his base. Oh, they're going to keep pushing. Will Tryndamere come out and try and defend? Yes, he will. But he's going to miss the hook, and Tristana is going to just do a ton of damage just from that base damage that Tristana has. Tryndamere and him going on the Hecarim. They are going to manage to take out the Hecarim. They're going to take out the Blitzcrank as well, but will they be able to take out the Kha'Zix? Tristana getting slowed, and Tryndamere going down, instantly getting popped by that Velka, or by that Kha'Zix, who is just huge. And Blitzcrank goes down as well from the laser. No one coming up for another 10 seconds for Jarvan. Will they be able to defend, or will they just focus the Nexus? I think they will. They got 5 seconds. It'll be a close one. He's going to try and knock him up, but they're going to expect it. And blue team is going to end the game. I think red team absolutely threw as soon as Jarvan got cut off, but that is the life of solo queue. Great job to blue team. Great comeback from red, but not managing to close it out. They ended up losing by 11k gold. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please subscribe to my YouTube channel or come check me out on www.twitch.tv/TheRiverSaint. Thank you very much for watching this game. That was a doozy of a game.